So yeah, right here. It's so different walking it too.
Yeah.
All right.
You feel so much slower just walking it.
All right. So obviously, you know, we're coming up here, right?
Yeah, you'll be
on the right. We're coming up right. I'd say about like right here is when I'm finally like all the way over. My tires are like,
I mean, in a straightaway, it doesn't really matter as long as you get to the correct side.
but this is important to avoid.
Oh.
All the way on the right here. See, I don't know if you've seen me, but I'm here, but then I go to the left a little bit to avoid this bump. This really upsets the cart if you stay too far over.
I'm not that far over. I'm just like right here.
Okay. All right. Coming down. Yeah, it is so different walking it. This is crazy. Oh, that's a bird of prey. Okay. So coming down, my marker here for braking, well, really, I'm looking at the curb. I'm not really paying attention to anything on the outside here. My curb is my marker. The second I see it peak from behind those tires is when I hit the brakes. I'm coming. Oh, there's Oscar. What's up, Oscar? So I'm coming.
You gotta go? Or no?
Or you're just hanging out?
Okay.
Yeah. So
So like I brake maybe at like the bottom of the hill.
right.
Somewhere around here.
I've seen the replays of us when we're doing the league races. Like huh?
Where should I brake? Brake here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be braking about here. Yeah.
You should be braking on me. This is my mark brake.
Yeah. Wait, let me sit down. Oh yeah, this is exactly where you should be braking for sure.
Yeah, you're braking here.
Yeah, because this is about where I brake. Yeah.
Okay. I should brake like right about here.
Yeah, just
When
about.
You see the mark, the dirt mark.
Come
You
in.
see the grass and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
You brake on the dirt and barely you put the left side on the rest brake.
Okay.
Rumble.
Okay.
The left side on the rumble, the right side is going to be on the track.
Yep.
The rumble is going to help you to rotate the car.
Okay.
And here, sometimes I don't touch these at all. I'd say about like right here is as close as I get with my tires.
And then
I'm coming out.
I discover you went out there because I'm going out here. Like I'm here.
Yeah.
Going out, so I hit this.
You hit the rumble?
And come here.
Or do you come out to the concrete?
No, not there, but like here. Like I'm around here. I'm this side.
I didn't realize this was so
Car.
rough. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Do you see this gap?
Okay.
That's great. It doesn't feel like that in the cart. I guess because you're going fast, but
Yeah, look at that gap.
that's crazy.
That's why, like, if I'm going wide, I skip over this, stay on here, and then go back on to the.
Go back on the last minute.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Especially like over here, if I go wide, I'm just gonna push myself to the smoother part and then come
On the concrete.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better layout. You're coming down the hill. Turn right here and then turn right.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That would be an awesome layout.
Or you're coming that way. Turn left up the hill.
That's the Pedro.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro's a fun layout.
Oh, that's definitely gonna be a braking zone in the Pedro layout.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, that right-hander.
Yeah, because
If we're going this way,
and then it's basically like a larger chicane
mm-hmm.
where you actually have to use a brake.
Dude, I didn't realize how much elevation this hill has. Huh. Okay. Now obviously here in the inside,
Obviously flat out.
flat and avoid that curb.
Okay.
Or at least avoid hitting it like where that ledge is. You can probably clip it once you're into the corner, but you gotta take it so wide so soon.
Yeah.
Because it's so shallow.
There's like a certain spot. If you go too far off wide, it upsets the car. But if you go too far in, it also upsets the car.
Right.
So
I find that
the best spot I think is if you hit it right here.
if you hit the curb here,
Yeah.
that's really early.
Not-
That's
but not-
really early.
But not right. Yeah.
Okay.
No, because the reason why is because if you go any wider, you feel this elevation like a little bit higher.
Yeah, because when I hit it, I'm hitting it like right here. Just about, my tires are just about here. And then I'm going to the wall and then, you know.
I feel like if I hit it right there, it's like a little bit more upsetting than, you know, just trying to
Okay.
get it right there.
Okay.
But don't go too far to where you're gonna dip.
Yeah, this
Right
is
there.
this is what gets you
Yeah.
bouncing all the way, and you can't set up for that corner down there. Yeah.
Yeah, if don't dip right here, but you can go maybe half wheel
Yep.
here
Yep.
or right there.
Ooh, that's pretty precise. Yeah, usually I'm aiming for the fatter part of the red,
Yeah.
but okay. Oh, I came so close to hitting these tires when I was racing with Dakota at one time. You can see
Yeah.
there's no grass here because people. All right. Wow, I can touch this. Ugh.
Yeah, so you'll come out wide a bit,
Uh-huh.
and then you'll turn
Yep. And then.
over, and then.
Yep.
Now some people.
I'm about right here, just about. I'm standing like right here, and then I turn in, because if I'm too far, I'm wasting too much time trying to get to the left, and I'm not set up right for this corner.
Well, the thing is, the reason why I'm going so wide is I'm limiting my steering angle
Right.
to set up for this corner. Actually, I like to make it go wide so I'm more straight
Right.
when taking that turn.
Right. It's really crucial here, like after, and sometimes I ride this curb, sometimes I just ride the smooth
same.
red, or right. I don't know if it's necessarily, it depends on what the car is asking for, if it's got the grip or not. But this is definitely really important. On like with how it rained today and the track is a little damp, like I've had to let the cart careen out really wide, almost hitting this curb.
Depending on the grip level of the track, you might want to go wide so you won't slide.
Right. Here's where I learned to get that straddle right. So this is my marker.
Okay.
This is where, if I'm not all the way over by the time I see this sign, then I don't feel like I'm set up properly. But this is where I lift to get the cart to rotate on entry, and then I straddle this curb here where my inside tires are on the red smooth part and my outside tires are on the track.
I flat out just go. I either aim for what you said there, straddle it, or just stay outside
Right.
of it, depending on the grip level and what the cart wants to do.
Oh wow, that explains a lot. Cause like when you're racing, it's too fast to tell, but like standing over, you can see how like violent this surface is.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, if you're taking enough speed, you have enough load on the outside tires to where you can't really feel any of this happening.
Yeah.
And then you're straddling it so you're not going to be over these rumbles and losing all that speed. And if you straddle it right, you'll basically be slingshotted to the perfect spot on this curb here, the death curb. If you hit this is the worst curb on the track.
Yeah, you don't want to hit these curbs.
But about right here, right? Like right here is where I kind of shoot out to. Yeah, and if I get it right, my tires are not in the rumble, but like just over the smooth part. And then once I hit that, then I'm looking to cut deep in that curb.
Yeah.
You can see. Sorry.
And then all that from that turning point, I'm turning at the same steering angle almost the entire time. I'll probably add a little bit more, but I won't really take away.
Yeah. Yeah, you are so smooth. Like I'm a really herky-jerky driver,
Yeah.
but you're so smooth with how you execute.
Yeah, and I use it's going to curve all the way. So this, I just treat this as one big curve. I don't like, you know, turn straight and then turn again. It's like one big curve.
Right.
And then
This guy
I like to cut right here.
at the end, right?
Right at the end, and then.
All right, we got the same. Yeah, this is my marker here too. Hitting this, bam, and shooting out straight to the end of that curb there.
Yeah, straight, whatever it's gonna lead me to. Sometimes it will lead me wide. Sometimes I'll get whatever the cart will allow.
Right.
The grip level and the. But I just want to minimize the steering angle as much as possible.
Right, yeah, because the less steering you're doing, the straighter you're going, the more speed. Wow, this is crazy. I didn't realize how much elevation this had compared to the track. That's quite a bit of a change. But yeah, sometimes like when I manage to like get this perfect, I'll have like just enough speed to kind of throw me off, and I'll have to go wider than I expect because I'm listening to the cart. And then sometimes my tire will go over this, and now my rear end will go clunk.
Yeah, I don't think I've.
This might have been me with the dirt on the track.
I don't think I ever get to the point to where I'm that far, and I just, if allowed, I'll just, you know, oversteer it a little bit just to avoid this little dip right there.
Right. Okay. Well, sometimes I ride it, man. It's oh, I have a question. So after you hit this, are you shooting straight out to the side here, or are you kind of just more gradual, staying in the middle before that first curb there?
So, like, you know, after, you know.
Could you hold this for a second, actually? So, after I hit this, right? I'm pointed straight for the end here, and then I'll cut into this curb. But I noticed some people, they straddle the middle of the track, and then they only really stay there. And I don't know if, like, because if I'm shooting out so far, I'm not spending as much time going forward on the track as much as I am sideways. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I can get more speed that way.
I prefer to aim my car, you know, so I'm going as straight as possible to the far end of the track. So when I turn, I'm gonna be as straight as possible going through the chicane.
Because I'll come here, and then the second I see the inside of the curb, that's when I start to. I kind of try to treat it like a Tron bike almost, where I'm turning in like right angles versus arcs. Here, like I'll go ping, and then I'll go ping, you know. Yeah. But
I treat everything like an arc. So
okay,
as soon as I, you know, get to the moment where I need to turn, I turn. Go straight.
Dude,
hit that rumble, hit that
actually rumble. Standing here is so much different than like when you're in the cart, because like just looking at it, the line's obvious, but like driving it, it's so different because I'll cut this deep. My steering angle is all over the place through here. I'm going hard right and then hard left, but it looks like you could just, if you nail it right off of this setup, you go straight. Yeah, you can go straight, and then you can smooth out the line to go to the left for entry on this corner.
Yeah, you go straight, hit these rumbles, and then keep to the left. Obviously.
Do you abuse this bump at all, or do you kind of stay away from it? Because I hit it like almost every time. Because I'll and then after the cart settles, that's when I start to brake.
I think I subconsciously avoid, you know, this dip. I don't think I've ever, you know, hit this dip before. I just get in, get out.
Cause I'll go, I'm really deep on the curb. My inside tires are pretty much mowing the grass, and then then the cart goes off of this dip, and my rear left is, you know, boop boop boop, and then maybe there's a little bit of an arc out, and then I, you know, come back over, you know. You can see where people have been, grass isn't growing here because the line is right here to stay on the left for that entry. And so what might help, we might have people. He's probably coming to get us.
So do you brake and which?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you brake? Where is your braking point?
I brake. Okay, so I do brake, and I'm braking about. I'd say I'm braking like right here.
Right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
like right here is where I'm braking, and then my marker is the start of this curb. The second I see that, and I know I'm where it should be here. The second I see that, that's when I start to trail on the brake, and then turn in to where I'm on the white, and then I might turn in a little harder before the exit.
Okay.
So I'll come in like this, right? Maybe even a little wider at first. Come in, maybe like right here.
You stay on the white, don't hit the rumbles, right?
Right, I don't hit the rumbles initially, yeah. and then sometimes if the track is too damp, but like if we're drier and we're carrying that much more speed, then I'll probably clip into the red and then slingshot out. It's a little bit deeper before the exit, but you know.
So my braking points are kind of always several meters before yours, but like I'll brake like somewhere. So from the tire to the end, I brake somewhere halfway, and then lift and apply the gas and rotate with the same similar line. Where I'll either straddle the white and go white. If I do it perfectly, I'll just hit the white here and hit the white there.
Yeah, dude, if you do it perfectly, you like I try to aim for when I'm coming out that my line ends up basically clipping the top right corner of this rumble here, and then I can come out into the concrete and then back on to set up for that corner.
But usually for me it doesn't really happen like that, so I'll end up going on the smooth part and then going a little wide, and I'll cross the rumble, stay.
Okay.
If I go too wide, I'll just go onto this concrete part and then guide myself back onto the
okay. Well, that's telling. Like, especially when you say your braking points are earlier than mine. Maybe we can keep everything the same and just push back your braking points and see what that does.
Or push forward, or wait, as in like.
Oh yeah, push forward. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Make your braking points closer to the turn, and maybe see what that does for your times, because a lot of the time is lost in braking.
Yeah, but also.
So. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Never mind about that.
Like this, and so obviously you're S-ing this out, right? You're exit, and then you're S-ing it out, bam, and here my braking point, because usually I can't tell we're going too fast for me to tell the tires, so sometimes I use today with how the grass is and everything. There's a rock in the mud here that I've been using as my braking point. That when I see that white, and I'm like, okay, so where I can start to brake, and that's about like right here before the corner. Okay. I'm on the brake. I wish we had telemetry, but I'm on the brake for not even half a second, I feel like. Okay. Yeah.
I don't. On this corner, I don't brake. I lift.
Yeah.
From maybe back here. It's kind of hard when you're not going fast. You'll know exactly where you lift.
Right.
Because there's like a zone. It's like
standing
between, here to, I think, where that tire is or something.
Right.
So
right.
I lift, turn, and then hit the gas, turn and hit the gas at like 20-30% until I get to...
Dude, sorry to cut you off, but like if you look at the track, you can see the gouges in the track from where the carts are kind of bottoming out.
Yeah.
Because you can see how wide, and you can see where the grass is totally annihilated because people are coming out so wide. And then you can see where they're kind of turning in or failing to turn in. Look like someone spun out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're saying you're like 20-30% on the gas? Because I start to trail onto the gas in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, no, I 20 to 30% because I don't want to be off the gas for so long.
Yeah.
I 20-30% until I get to, you know, almost the apex, and then I hit it down. I'll probably maybe hit the rumbles or something.
Okay. I don't hit these at all because
Because you brake.
Yeah.
I don't brake, so
Okay.
I'll be hitting the rumbles.
Did people show up?
We got people.
All right, we got people. Okay.
Then
I mean, over here.
I'll hop on the back.
All right.
Nah, you had the other car.
Oh, you got the other car? Okay.
Cool.
I would end up going wide, and then I would just use the concrete to go back onto the...
Okay.
Yeah, and
I
then
usually-
the 90.
I usually avoid that.
Yeah, me too. I don't need those.
Yeah. No.
Then I go like up here and then go down.
I let the bank turn for me.
Maybe like that, like this way. Just leave the car. And then like
Yeah. Yeah.
don't hit the rumble, come right here. And like over there.
It's so slow.
And then like here. And then hit this over here, so the car turns.
Yeah.